Hi everyone, Fox is here and I'm bringing you my art supplies slash coloring slash stationery haul. I'm doing that at my desk just because it's easier to show things this way instead of sitting in front of the camera. And you can pretty much see everything that I've got here. It's quite a curious mix of things that I got at Dollarama and things that I got at Amazon, so let's just get on with it. First I have here is this collection of Faber-Castell Pit artistic pens. I absolutely love this. I have quite a few of them, but they keep running out of ink because I use them a lot for doodling, especially drawing some Zentangles or just some other stuff. I really enjoy them. They do not bleed through the paper. They're very resilient to smudging or smearing, and they're just a delight. And I actually have quite a few pens, including this set that I haven't even opened yet, and that is also 4-bit artist pens in black, pretty much everything that I used to have before. So but I decided to pick this one up because it has 3 new sizes, and I'm mostly interested in this one, which is chisel, and I just think that these ones will help me color bigger parts of the drawing easily because I keep running out of ink, and since I'm the person who presses really hard on pens and pencils, I tend to sort of, you know, I wouldn't say break, but definitely bend the very tip of a brush, and I don't like that. And yeah, so I'm excited to have this one. I got it from Amazon, obviously. This is a little notepad that I got from Dollarama. As you can tell, it's only $1.25. And I looked at the size, and the only reason I picked it up because I looked at the size and I thought, oh wait, it will be a perfect fit for my personal sized Filofax, and I was actually right. So I can show you, this is my personal sized Filofax, and it's almost the same size as the page. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me play with it a bit. Yeah, it's, as you can tell, it's almost the same size. It's slightly wider, but it doesn't matter. It may be wider, like maybe like an inch or a half inch, but the most important part, it's almost the same height, and that is perfect. So I'll just trim one edge and use it as notes in my personal sized Filofax. I do that a lot with different notepads and notebooks. I sometimes just buy them to use in my Filofax, take them apart, punch the holes, and this is what I do. So that is that. Next, I have this journal that I got also from Dollarama, and the reason why I got it, because this is a sketchbook and it was only $3.50, as you can see. I got it because it has this really interesting paper. It's, I wouldn't call it very thick, but I really like the idea of having this sort of paper to work with. I'm not sure what I'll be using it for because I'm not a sketch artist. I do buy sketchbooks, but I buy specifically something that can be used with mixed media, and this one unfortunately doesn't say how heavy the paper is, but I can tell that it's not very thick compared to Moleskine or other rather professional type of sketchbooks. But I thought it was rather cute, and it was also very cheap, and I wanted to get something with this paper, so I got it. Next I have, yeah, I mean, we're getting to the good stuff in here, and you can see my camera, that's so funny. So I got this set of erasers, and obviously 3 in a set, and I have already used one, and I really like it because it erases colored pencils. And I know I'm a weird person, but I barely use erasers just because I either use permanent ink markers or pens, and I don't really erase anything. And while coloring recently, I realized that I was getting out of line, like beyond lines a bit, which another problem that I have, but I never got like a really good eraser, and I got this ones and I really like them because they actually erase things. And I'll be using one for obviously coloring and sketchbooking and whatever, and another one I will be using during my French class because I need an eraser, and the one that I have is abomination. It really is. This is the thing that I've been completely obsessed with ever since I saw not one but multiple videos online. And one was by Sam from Sam's Nonsense, and she kept saying how she loves Prismacolor pencils, and I really got into colored pencils recently. First of all, when I got myself watercolor pencils, I really love those. And I have already used it in a couple of times in my coloring books, and then I decided to color one whole page with pencils. And I do have, I'm going to show you, I do have Faber-Castell. Yeah, as you can see, I have this different pencils. Most of them are just regular Faber-Castell from a 24 color pack. I also got some metallic pencils from Indigo. I was very much set on getting those pencils, but I was slightly disappointed just because the color does not really match. But that's a whole different story. Anyway, but those colors that I have, it wasn't enough for me. And when I started coloring a whole page, doing one page just with colored pencils, not gel pens or anything like that, because I usually use only markers, and I realized that it's just not enough. And also I found Faber-Castell, those pencils that I have, which are not professional pencils whatsoever, they're really hard. They're really hard to blend and really hard to you know, color with, to the point that my fingers were getting really tired. And then I once again saw Sam from Sam's Nonsense talk about this Prismacolor pencils, and I decided to pick them up. So I got myself 72 pencils set, and I'm super excited about it. I haven't even opened this pack yet. As you can see, it's still in the plastic wrap. I'm just waiting to get through this haul, and then I'll open them and start coloring because I already have something in my mind. I'm really excited. First of all, because it's a tin and I love tins, and secondly because I just like 72 colors, guys. It's amazing. I mean, 24 does not really compare in any way to 72, you know that. And they're supposed to be also rather soft, with soft core, which does appeal to me since, like I said, I have weak fingers, and whenever I press really hard on the paper, it just strains my fingers too much. So yeah, super excited about this one. Obviously, they costed me a fortune, but not as much as professional Faber-Castell pencils would have. So I'm excited that I did not spend at least, you know, like over $100 on it. Next, I have this little guy whom I might have hauled already, or maybe I haven't, but this is a little coloring book that I saw on Book Outlet and was instantly in love with because Escape to Shakespeare's World, a coloring book and adventure, and this has quotes from Shakespeare and different scenes, and I was like, yep, I want this. It's relatively small, and we'll see, I don't know, it has a lot of black in it as well, and I'm excited because Shakespeare, guys, really like Shakespeare. Yep, I cannot wait to start coloring this one. It's adorable. Next one is also a coloring book, and this one is a coloring book based on Victoria Aveyard's Red Queen. I have had this coloring book on my wish list pretty much ever since I heard this was coming out. I do not really like coloring books which are devoted to you know, specific books or series, just because it means that there will be a lot of characters, so a lot of coloring of faces, etc. So I did, like, I was so indecisive whether I wanted this book or not. On one hand, I really wanted to get a coloring book set in this world because I wanted to see how the characters would look like, because since it's an official coloring book, it means that Victoria Aveyard has approved the, you know, the images and everything, and I just really wanted to see how it would look like. But at the same time, like I said, I'm not very fond of coloring faces. And here's another thing. I have read Red Queen, and I also read Glass Sword, and was rather critical of both. I gave each book 3 stars. Wouldn't call it my favorite series, and I'm yet to read book number 3. But I still really like the world, and I think coloring the world would be a lot of fun. Plus there are certain quotes in here and images, and I just, yeah, I mean, this is not my favorite series, but I'm really looking forward to coloring this one. So hopefully I'll get to it sometime soon. And the last but definitely not least is this book, which I got yesterday. It was from Indigo. It was on sale in their bargain books section. As you can tell, it's only $10, plus they had a sale on bargain books, 30% off, so I got this one even cheaper. And this is Atlantis. I'm very much into coloring oceans and all that jazz, and I'm still currently coloring Lost Ocean, and I love it, so I wanted to pick up something similar. This one has a lot of small details, which is a bit intimidating, but at the same time I really like the idea of coloring, like, look at those fish, for example, or seahorses. I love seahorses, and I flipped through it, and just because it was so cheap I decided to pick it up. I have a lot of coloring books at the moment, and obviously I'm not able to color in all of them at the same time, but I'm so glad to pick this one up, and hopefully I'll do some coloring because it's so pretty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's everything that I have in terms of my different utensils. Oh no, I forgot. There is another thing that I have here that is just a pencil holder or a pencil cup, and I had to buy another one. And this one is also from Dollarama. It was only like $1. And because I keep running out of space, I don't know where to keep all of my pens anymore. These are the coloring pencils that I have, by the way. And so yeah, that's another thing that I got. But otherwise, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know down below what is your experience working with Prismacolor pencils, because I'm really excited about those, but I'm also really scared that I might do something wrong and just keep breaking them, because this is the thing that also happened. But otherwise, yep, very excited. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye!